The little boy who got the surprise of a lifetime and whose life could end at any minute. Life's been a roller coaster for 7-year-old Nate. The day before he was born, doctors told Savannah her son had an enlarged heart. After birth, the diagnosis was worse.
They told us he had cardiomegaly, arteriovenous malformation, and an AVM tumor.
Ooh, did you have to get out the dictionary and say, what are all those things?
I had no clue what it was. It's crazy.
And as a mom, you were terrified.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What was the treatment?
There was none. There was nothing they can do when he was born because, of course, he was too small.
It's a rare genetic disease doctors know little about. At a year old, Nate had his first aneurysm.
One of his aneurysms started hemorrhaging, so we did what they call a coiling. Then they put in 16 platinum wires.
Oh, in a 1-year-old?
Yes.
It was a treatment, not a cure. Doctors warned Savannah Nate could have a fatal aneurysm any day.
There's nothing they can do. We had conference after conference with doctors, and there's no doctors that can even give us a future care plan.
Doctors did give Nate physical restrictions.
He can't get hot. He can't do nothing that raises the heart rate because it sends blood flow and sometimes can cause migraines. He can't play no sports. He can't do anything that causes extraneous activities.
And that's hard for a little boy.
Oh, Lord, you have no idea how hard it is to keep that kid down sometimes.
Last year, a tumor in Nate's neck grew larger. In May, doctors tried to surgically remove it.
We went in because he had the AVM tumor was protruding on the neck. So we went in to try to fix it, and it was unsuccessful because it's just millions of little vessels around his artery. And that's when they realized that his aneurysm had a leak.
There was nothing doctors could do for the aneurysm either.
If we go further with surgeries, he stands the 50% chance of total deficits and 50% chance of death.
Oh. So you live with this fear, right, that an aneurysm would happen at any moment?
Right.
Since his first birthday, Nate's had a passion for race cars and the Wild West.
He's always had a love for the older movies like Gunsmoke, John Wayne, Dukes of Hazzard. He's always had a love for that kind of stuff. And anything Western and anything race cars, you can book it. He's gonna love it.
Nate's tried to meet some of his TV heroes.
Always wanted to meet the Dukes of Hazzard. We would go to their like a little events, but we never got to meet them because Nate can't stand in those lines. It's so hot.
When John Schneider got wind of that, he put the pedal to the metal.
He started to cry. He was a little scared right at first. You know, people are. They get a little overwhelmed.
Yeah.
There's the car, and there's the guy driving the car on my television.
When Bo pulled up in the driveway and he was in that General Lee, Nathan lost it. He got behind me and he started crying. It was so sweet.
Oh.
It was really sweet.
And why do you think he was crying?
I think he was nervous.
Oh.
He didn't know what to say or what to do.
Have you ever seen your son like that?
No, he was just, I think it was happiness and anxiety and nerves all at one, and he didn't know what to do. Oh. It was sweet.
Ready? 1, 2, ho! Up you go.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born.
We got in the car and backed out of his driveway and hauled butt down the road, and within, I don't know, not even a quarter of a mile, he was kind of out of his mom's lap and looking around, and had him steer a little bit, and I pressed the horn button again, and we peeled out and just had a really nice time. We took a drive around that area. Tried not to get arrested because, you know, nobody knew we were there.
Right.
So that'd
I'm sure
be
you weren't doing the speed limit.
No, absolutely not. No, was not doing the speed. And General Lee? What?
can't.
What? You
Not
can't.
possible.
You can't do. We didn't jump anything though. This is for you. This is me when I was young and pretty. And this is cool. This is an official Dukes of Hazzard hat with a medal.
Then Nate gave John something too.
Woo, what you got there? He went inside and he got his guitar and then he came out and he played the Duke song and sang the Duke song.
Making their way.
The only way they know how. It was really fantastic. And as fantastic for me, really, as it was for him.
Yeehaw!
All right, now you ready for mine? You ready? It's pretty loud. It could hurt your ears.
The story could have ended here, but it doesn't.
Nate has a condition that has too many syllables to even say. And one of his dreams was to go to Disney World. So his dream was to meet Bo. It was great. So second to Bo was the mouse. And when we heard that, we had to do something about it.
So John, along with total strangers, donated money and sent Nate's family on their first trip to Disney World. Nate can't fly because of his aneurysm, so John's assistant, Trent, drove them in John's SUV limousine.
Everybody give me a good thumbs up. Ready to go. Going to Disney! Holla, Daddy!
The kids was in heaven.
Oh my God.
It was awesome.
I bet Mom was too.
Yeah, I was. I laid up there with my earphones on, taking pictures the whole time. Name many times you get to experience a trip like that.
Disney, 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 Disney.
You know, we country bumpkins, we're not, never nothing like that.
The trip was just what this family needed. The previous week, Savannah's husband was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer.
It happened at the best time because, you know, we was getting bad news with Nate, was getting bad news with my husband, so we needed that. And I feel like John was there to pick us back up, you know, make us strong again.
That's that pendulum thing again. You know, something not so great is happening over here. Well, if you're aware of it, do something. If you can do something, it might just be a smile. It might be a donut, right? It might be a ride in the General Lee. It might be a trip to Disney World. You don't know what it is. It might be tuning a young man's guitar, fishing. Don't know, but if you get quiet, I think there's a lot of information floating around here in the air if you pay attention to it. Stop making noise, stop filling up the silence with your own voice, and see what it is you're supposed to do, and then see if you have the guts to do it. Yeah, I'm so glad we did that.
He is definitely one of the most kindest people I've ever met in my life. What he did for me and my family is magical.
This is a tremendous amount of stuff that has been poured on this family. It's nice to be part of the smile pictures in their album.
God sent. It couldn't have come at a better time, for sure.
And what do you do going forward with Nate's unknown medical future?
Honestly, I'm just going to take it day by day and wake up every day and thank God that I have him and pray for another day.
Flat in the hills, someday the mountain might get 'em, but the law never will. Right?
Incredible spirit. We will keep Nate in our prayers and hope that you will too.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born.